So moving to a new area can be very stressful. You ask yourself, what is the best neighborhood? Is this the right area for me? And that's just one aspect of it. What is the lifestyle like? So that brings me to this video. Today, I'm going to bring you the pros and cons 2024 edition of Living in Baton Rouge. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Sharon Delalio. I am your local real estate expert, where we help buyers, sellers, and investors from all over the U.S. when they're making a move to Baton Rouge. My number is popping up on the screen right now. If you have a real estate question, I would love to help you. Let's get to it. Let's start with positive vibes. The first pro is my absolute favorite. It's why I live here, why I love Louisiana. Baton Rouge is Southern hospitality. You will never meet a more warm, friendlier people here in Baton Rouge. When you move into a new neighborhood, you will get to know your neighbors, your kids, will play with other people's kids, and it's so nice just to have that hospitality. During football season, you might get invited over to watch a football game and do some tailgating. During crawfish season, a lot of neighbors get together and boil some crawfish on Friday night, Sunday evening. So just getting to know your neighbors and just the good old Southern hospitality. The second pro about living in the Baton Rouge area is our housing cost. For the month of May, our median sales price was around $228,000. We have some of the lowest housing costs in the U.S. And you can go to parishes like Livingston Parish in the Denham Springs area and even get housing even lower than that. So wow, that is really good. And of course, prices go up for convenience, for amenities. If you want a swimming pool, tennis courts, the prices go up from there. And also, we were rated the fourth lowest, according to Stacker.com, of property tax in the U.S. Our average property tax ranges anywhere from around $11.35 to around $14.10 annually. So that is really good. So you get a lot more here if you're moving here from Houston, Dallas, where you're paying a lot more in property taxes and a lot more for your house. So you definitely get a lot of house for your money. The third pro about living in the Baton Rouge area is the food scene. I'm a huge foodie. I love food, y'all. I love everything about the food here. I have lived other places, and I really think that Baton Rouge has some of the best food in the U.S. here. Some of my favorite restaurants here are going to be Louisiana Lagniappe, French Market Bistro, and the proverbial wine bar is really good. I was just recently there and I was really impressed by the food here. We also really have great barbecue here too. So we have more things than your Creole and your Cajun food. And in the winters, usually when we eat our jambalaya, etouffee, gumbo, and we have crawfish seasonally. So we love our crawfish here. The fourth pro about living in Baton Rouge is going to be our parades and our festivals here. We have some fantastic parades. I know you guys have all heard about Mardi Gras, New Orleans, and probably have been to Mardi Gras, New Orleans. But here in Baton Rouge, we have a huge parade scene here as well. And if you're here in February, definitely check out the Spanish Town Parade. It's one of my favorite parades here. But they have parades here. They have the Mardi Gras balls here where you dress up in the beautiful gowns and go to the balls. So that's a lot of fun here. We also have a lot of festivals here. We have Live at 5 downtown. We have Sunday in the Park if you would just want to go chill downtown Baton Rouge on a Sunday and listen to some Zydeco or some blues music. That is a lot of fun here as well. We have a lot of different music scenes, so go check it out. For our fifth pro of living in Baton Rouge, I would say that would be our economy. And with a great economy comes opportunity and jobs. So here we are known for our petrochemical industries here. We have Shell Oil, we have Exxon, we have Dow here. We also have LSU, Louisiana State University here. We have Southern University here. We have major hospitals, and we have the big IBM here too. So that is really good for Baton Rouge here. So there's definitely a lot of opportunity here. If you haven't done so already, if you don't mind hitting that subscribe button, tapping that bell, it really helps me out when I'm making new videos weekly for you guys. Thank you. Okay, let's talk about the cons. So the first con is one that just drives me crazy, and that's traffic. We do have a lot of heavy traffic here during rush hours. We don't have the infrastructure and the extra lanes that a lot of other states have. So it can get kind of congested here. And also it depends on where you live and how far of a commute you have. Because we have a lot of people that are commuting in from Livingston Parish, Denham Springs, from Zachary, from Prairieville. So I would say on a normal, that would normally take you about 30 minutes to commute into Baton Rouge, and you need to plan for an hour on the commute if you are commuting in during rush hour time. So it may take you an hour, whereas normally it's like 30 minutes. There are some cut throughs that you can do if you live in Baton Rouge and working in Baton Rouge to stay off the interstate. Jefferson Highway is one of my favorite to get from point A to point B. Number 2 con on my list is going to be the weather. Our summers are just torturous here. It really is. And I think the older I get, the more intolerable I am to heat, because our humidity is just crazy. So sometimes you may just need to bring an extra shirt in the summer if you're going to be outside doing anything. And it doesn't matter if it's 10 o'clock at night. You know how a lot of places get that breeze at night? No, it's like it is at 2 o'clock in the afternoon at night. It's sticky and it's humid here in the summer. So you really just need to make sure you hydrate a lot during the summer. Water your plants extra. Make sure you have sprinklers for your grass. So a lot of things, your trees, so they don't get too dry and die. So you really have to take extra precaution when living in Louisiana because of the extreme heats. It can get up to, I think last year it got up to 108 degrees, maybe 106, don't quote me on that. But we had record-breaking heat last year, so just be prepared for the heat when you move here. And in the winter, we do have a mild winter, but it does get cold. We get into the teens sometimes, at least 1 or 2 days, and the next day it may be 60 or 70 degrees. But we do get into that. Sometimes we'll have an ice storm. Sometimes it'll snow. Sometimes it's just regular winter here. But we do have a season where it's really cold here, like in the teens and the 20s. But the average, I would say, is in the 50s and 60s in the winter time. But it can go up to 80 degrees. So that being said, I've had Christmas where I'm in shorts and a t-shirt before because it was so hot here. So don't pack up your summer clothes if you move here because you might need them in the winter time. Number 3 con is going to be our natural disasters. Louisiana has had its fair share of natural disasters. We had Hurricane Katrina, which I'm sure all you guys know about Hurricane Katrina. We did get a lot of high winds. In Baton Rouge, we did get a lot of housing that had damage, a lot of influx of all the people that came from New Orleans here. So we did have that. Then right after that, we got Gustav. We had the flood of 2016 in places that never flooded in Louisiana, ever flooded. So if you didn't have, your house did not flood in 2016, you were living with somebody or having somebody live with you, because their house was flooded. And that's how we do here. We all pulled together. We had a lot of people living, family, friends, just strangers living in your house because everybody just opened up their house. It's our good, warm Southern hospitality here and pitched in to help. So we've definitely had our fair share of natural disasters. And in Louisiana, we have something called the Cajun Navy. And it's just a group of men, and they go out in their boats and they're saving people, they're helping, they're really committed. So we really love our Cajun. Shout out to you guys here in Louisiana. Number 4 on my list is going to be insurance. House insurance is high, car insurance is high here. I lived in South Florida for about 6 years and moved back home to my roots of Louisiana, and my insurance doubled. My car insurance doubled from when I moved from South Florida back to Louisiana. We are a state that advertises lawsuits on automobile accidents, so our insurance is pretty high. So definitely check that out if you're moving here, your home insurance and your property insurance. your car insurance. Now the property insurance is higher because of all of our natural disasters here. With the hurricanes, they want all your roofs to be not over 10 to 15 years old. So that's definitely something you need to check when you're moving here. And for the fifth con of living in Baton Rouge, it's the crime. We do have a lot of crime here in certain pockets. You can look on the website at worldpopulationreview.com. You can see where the crime is, but all cities have crime. Like I said, born and raised here. I feel totally safe here in the Baton Rouge area. My family's here, my grandchildren live here, so I feel totally safe here in the area. But you can just Google and get the stats and get all your information before moving to Baton Rouge. And number 6 for our con of living in Baton Rouge is going to be our limited public transportation. We have the CAT system here. It's not reliable. It's not the best. And it doesn't go everywhere. So that is the only public transportation that we have in the Baton Rouge area. Of course, we have Lyft, we have Uber here, so that's definitely good. But Baton Rouge is a city that you need a car due to the limited public transportation. Also due to our weather of the extreme heat, the cold when we get in the winter. So you definitely need a car. We're not a walkable city. Everything is usually between 10 and 15 minutes away, so you're going to need a car when moving here. We don't have subways or anything like that, so how nice would that be? I know they're talking about making some improvements with the busing system, but right now, that's what we got. As much as I love making these videos for you guys, what I love even more is helping you when you're moving into the Baton Rouge area. You can call, text me, DM me, schedule a call on the link above, and we can talk about your move into the Baton Rouge area. Until next time.